All right. So, oh Lord, last time y'all couldn't see my hair. Anyway, we're back. So, I have some roses from my altar that, interestingly enough, look dried, even though they were in water. So, go figure. But, when I do my spiritual baths, I do the herbs. This particular one, so there are different spiritual baths. You know, I do a different one for protection. I do an okra one for protection. But this bath is around making space, releasing heavy energy. That's how I resonate with this bath. When I do this particular bath, I'm looking to make more space for myself, release heavy energies to allow goodness to come in. So often I'll do this bath like if I'm going through some type of heavy experience in life, or if my energy is just feeling heavy. That's what I use this bath for. So these are kind of lighter, more fragrant herbs. Like I said, you can smell them while you're putting them together, so forth and so on. The protection bath, that okra bath, is straight up protection. It's deep. It's intense. You know, okra gets slimy. Like, it ain't no two ways about it. It ain't about fragrance. It ain't about pretty. It's about make sure these jokers that don't got my best interest at heart get rebuked. Okay? That's how I view the okra bath. So I don't play a lot of games with that. I'll come on and do a video for the okra bath at one point. But with this bath, I do then, and I usually have some type of flowers on my altar. So I allow that to be the guidance and direction, unless I really feel strongly like, oh, I want roses in here. If I don't have roses, I'll go buy some. But usually I have some type of flowers. So I like the synchronicity of the number 3. So I usually use 3, oops, that went the wrong way, petals around the edge, right? So I just cut the heads off. And once I put them all in, I'll lift the camera so y'all can see it from the top. But basically, what I was doing in the meantime, in between time, was listening to my music, setting my intentions, praying prayers for myself, praying prayers for those that I love, praying general prayers for community. You know, I feel like anytime we're doing ritual work, there's space for us to do community work, and just keep in mind those around us that may need prayer. So I was praying my prayers. I was setting my intention. I was charging up. This bath has a job to do, right? Like, we're not just playing games. Like, I'm not just here to like, oh, let me just pour some herbs on myself. As far as I'm concerned, this bath has a job to do. So the same way you get a job description when you apply for a job, this bath, basically what I was doing before I came back on with y'all was giving this bath its job description. Okay. So then I like to use honey. Now, this particular jar of honey is honey that I use for spiritual matters. I use it when I'm giving offerings at the river or the pond, the lakes, whatever. Whenever I do a fruit offering, I usually try to sweeten it with honey. So sometimes if I go to the creek nearby my house, those offerings, I usually do fruit or citrus, and I'll sweeten it with honey. If I go to the ocean, the river, anywhere I go, if I'm offering up to Oshun or Yemaya, I sweeten it with honey. But this particular bath, I also sweeten with honey, because I am saying we're going to clear out. We're going to smooth out my aura. We're going to balance. We're going to sweeten. We're going to beautify. We're going to do all the things. So I just come in and I just do a little... I like sound effects, but it is what it is. If you don't like sound effects, you don't gotta make them. But there's something about drops of honey. When I pick this camera up and y'all see how beautiful honey looks on flowers, let me tell you something. I wasn't always the most feminine of little girls, but child, into my adulthood, I'm here for all the softness, the femininity, the beauty, the ambiance, the aesthetic Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So let's turn this around. Oh, wait, let's stop.